Hello and welcome everybody. Last year we had our first Gyeon Show, which was a great success. We introduced plenty of new products. This year though is gonna be different. There's a whole new revolution coming. We will introduce new products, have some inspiring guests, and a lot of detailed talks. So grab a drink, sit back, and enjoy the show.
Hello everyone. In this section, Bert and I are going to talk about things that excite our industry, particularly with reference to hypes and coatings.
So, as our detailing industry is evolving, we've noticed that over the last couple of years, we've seen a lot of hypes coming onto the market for people to draw attention to their brands or to their new products. It seems like they need it to create, as the name itself says, a hype. We've seen the graphene coatings coming on to the scene recently, self-healing a few years back. What do you make of those, Rich?
Yeah, I mean, for me, graphene was the most recent one. 12 months ago, that was the big buzzword. And it interested me that it seemed to be pitched as the next best thing. But you know, when I read about it and looked into it a little bit, I wasn't immediately convinced, because the idea of it being an infusion of a powder into a silica-based coating mix, I couldn't really understand in my head how that functionally would actually bring about large improvements. So I was a little skeptical to start with. And yeah, I think the proof of the pudding has been certainly from my research and reading widely on the internet that a lot of people have tried the product and felt, hey, this is a good product, but it hasn't really raised the bar, I think, in the way that the marketing and the hype at the 12 months ago said that it would. That was my personal kind of take on it from the reading that I did. Do you have any direct experience yourself with it?
Yeah, direct experience as well. We've tested a lot of products to see if they really are true to their word and are they worth the hype actually. Seems like not only graphene but other products, as you mentioned, are being put into another product. And it doesn't necessarily seem to make the product any better. Yeah. So then the question becomes, do they add any value to an existing product? I don't think it does. I think personally that the big improvements that have been made in our detailing sector and certainly in the coating world have come from evolution through tried and tested product and evolving on that. Yeah. Releasing a product when there is a substantial gain to be had and then coming out with it and the customer really seeing the difference. Would you agree?
I think so, yeah. I mean, certainly that seems to be the way for me. I mean, looking at the history of coatings came onto the scene very quietly, really, a decade ago. And it took several years for the momentum to build. And then I think that has become a very tried and trusted baseline technology. Silica-based coatings now have become the mainstream for most professional detailers, and it's had longevity, and there's definitely tangible benefits to it. So I agree. I think an evolution in the underlying technology is always the thing that end users are going to notice as a tangible benefit when they buy these new products, rather than necessarily looking for the next best thing that we can do, and particularly with infusions for me. Infusions into something that already exists, I struggle to understand how that could add much functionality. But if you're talking about improving underlying formulas that underpin the coating technology, for me, that's where I think there's definitely gains to be made.
So yeah, in this case, the hype would be adding something to the product, creating something fresh, basically giving the marketing department something to work with. And in that respect, talking about that, self-healing is also something that we've been talking about recently. It seems that it's almost died down, and it seems like some promises were made and down the line they weren't met, and now those products have not stood the test of time.
Yeah, and I think it was again as a case of that the end user's experience of what the promises were was quite different. Yes, okay, there was an immediate short-term benefit that could be seen, but then when that benefit wears off very quickly, and then you realise that actually I'm left with a coating system that's no different to a normal coating system after a period of time, it's gone. So yeah, again, for me, another one where it was a boom bust, in terms of, yes, this is amazing, and then the next year, okay, maybe not so amazing.
So I would say evolution of the product is the way forward.
Yep. So that's our conclusion, I think, for me and Bert at the moment with hypes in the industry, is rather than always looking for the next best thing, probably for end users, the best thing is always to focus on improving and evolving the underlying technologies that have that proven track record.
So that's what we at Gyeon think about it. If you have any hypes we might have missed or know about any hypes that are going on at the moment, let us know in the comment section below.
Last year we presented you the amazing calendar project 365, which was a limited edition. It took more than 900 hours of work with 13 people and a total of 586 terabytes of files. But this year we raised the bar even further and we will make it available for everybody. Enjoy G-Army Unlimited.
Experts confirm this might be a revolution. It's approaching Earth. Stay tuned. The new is coming.
We believe in evolution. For the past 2 years, we have been working really hard on a major coating lineup update. Both our R&D team and our test team around the world have been pushed really hard to improve every single formula. We made no compromises. So it's time to discover Gyeon EVO coatings. EVO coatings. It's the evolution of our Gyeon coating lineup. We have no longer enthusiast or professional lineup. Instead, it's called paint coatings. But these come with some major benefits for all of our users. Let's talk through them. Rich, first of all, durability.
Well, durability is always the big one, isn't it? Everyone wants what they put on their car to last as long as possible. So we've done 3 things with the new EVO coatings. Firstly, with durability, they last outright longer interval, 100 to 150% depending on the product. Second thing is we want the visible durability, which everyone equates with chemical resistance and hydrophobicity. How long will the water beading last on my coating? So with the new coatings, it lasts a lot longer than before. And point number 3, we don't want our coatings to show any signs of aging over time, so the new EVO coatings now will go far longer before they start to deteriorate. So improvements across the board in durability, outright, visible, and in terms of appearance of the coating over time.
Well explained. A key feature a lot of people ask about is, of course, efficiency. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so in terms of the efficiency, we are thinking about here, how quick and easy is it to get the coating onto the car? Nobody wants to spend time putting multiple layers onto a vehicle, 2, 3, 4 coats. So with the EVO coatings now, everything is one layer, and this is huge because of the time saving involved. You know, you go to all that time doing paint correction, hours and hours and hours, you get to the end, want to put your coating on, oh, I've got 3 or 4 hours of coating work, no more. One layer, full benefit, done. The only difference is Syncro. Syncro remains a 2-ingredient system, and for that basis, there's still 2 layers required, but they do different tasks. Everything else, 1 layer.
Okay, great. Some tech talk. Very hard word, fluoropolysalazanes. But it's not a hype dust that we put into a bottle. Please, can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So, you know, we talked a little bit earlier, Bert and I, in the tech talk about hypes in the industry and how we think it's better to evolve tried and trusted technologies than always look to the next new bright shiny thing. So we don't do infusions of anything into our product, rather we look at ways of improving the base chemistry. So polysiloxanes have always underpinned certain Gyeon coatings and they continue to do so. But what we're now able to do for the first time is we're able to use fluorine to actually alter and modify the precursor polymers that ultimately form our final coatings. And this is an important distinction to make at this stage. We're not putting fluorine into the final product. There will be no fluorine on your car. We're using it to modify the polymers in your coating, and that brings about enormous functional benefits that are actually true and that you will see and observe over time. And that's the big benefits we offer here. So fluoro modified polysiloxanes. Yep.
Not everybody, for sure enthusiasts, have a fancy studio or even have a garage. We did some tweaks in every formula. Can you explain what is a benefit for our users?
Yeah, so, outdoor application in some ways is another holy grail that people ask for all the time. It's like, guys, I love your product, I love your brand, and I want to put a coating on my car, but I'm not lucky enough to have a studio, let alone a garage or anywhere to work. And in the past, our advice has always been, no, coatings have to be put on indoors. You need stable environment, and that is the way. Our advice remains the same in that in order to get the best out of a coating application, coatings must still be put on in an indoor environment. But EVO now is so easy to use that under the right conditions outdoors, it's now possible to get a great result. The key things, common sense, so work on a nice weather day, no sign of rain forecast, work when conditions aren't going to be changeable in terms of humidity and not windy, and ideally obviously in full shade the whole time. So if you can present yourself with a stable environment outside, you will get on fine with the new EVO coatings, and we will say to you, yes, they are very friendly to use and easy to use in those circumstances.
I think a lot of people will like that.
Yeah.
And last but not least, efficiency.
Efficiency, yeah. So the big one here is the new EVO coatings come in conjunction with the applicator that we launched last year, the new Q2M coating applicator, which is a game changer. It transforms how much product you need to use, how easy it is to spread, how level the final coating is before you buff. It makes everything super easy. So what you will find with the EVO coatings now is 30 mil of the new EVO coatings will go just as far as 50 mil of the old product applied using the old applicators. So you need less product, but you get an even better result. So this saves time, it saves money, and if you factor in the increased durability of the products now, again, for anybody looking to get into coatings for the first time, everything just got a lot easier.
So thanks, Rich, for explaining. Sit back and relax now, and we will dig into that a little bit more. Let's talk about the all-new CanCoat EVO. With me I have Marcin, from our distributor from Gyeon, Poland. Marcin, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. CanCoat, a very well-known product. Can you tell me about how you like it and how it's been used in your country?
I think that everyone likes it because it's super easy to use, very user-friendly. It's really versatile product. You can use it on almost every surface you want. Rims, paint, glass, trim, everything.
I fully agree, and it already had a very good durability.
Exactly. Yeah. Now it's even more durable, up to 12 months.
Absolutely. So we changed a little bit in the formula. We made it also, and this is also very nice, outdoor friendly, which means when people don't have a studio, they can apply it outdoors, of course with some common sense. We still have the sprayers, but when we would use it outdoors, I think it would be very wise to suggest to use a Q2M applicator.
Yes, exactly, because it can get airborne and stuck to the paint. And we don't want that.
We don't want that, exactly. Is there any other benefit that you think CanCoat has?
I would go with ease of application. It's only spray on, wipe off product, and it gives you a super glossy finish.
Absolutely true. But we can talk about that, but let's go downstairs and find out.
CanCoat EVO, a real ceramic coating in a spray bottle. Just 2 spritzes will give us 12 months of protection with a super easy application. Just flip our towel and we buff off. It can be used on both matte and glossy finishes, as well as every other exterior surface. It's a great standalone product and can be used as a topper on every coating in our lineup.
Next one in the Gyeon paint coatings lineup is Gyeon One EVO. With me I have Steven from Advanced Detail. Steven, welcome and thank you for coming over.
Thank you, great to be here.
Let's talk about One. So far, what has been your experience with Gyeon One?
It's been a really popular product with our customers as a entry-level coating that's one layer, super quick and easy to apply. It's been very, very popular.
Were you satisfied with the gloss level it provided?
Yeah, again, considering the price sort of level that it's at, the gloss levels are really, really impressive.
So very good for people who want to try coating for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, in the UK, sort of detailing as a hobby is just continuing to grow. So this is a really good sort of product to sort of, for the first time to use on their cars. It's a great introduction, very forgiving in terms of when you apply it, so it's easy to wipe off.
And any other major benefits, because the word says it all? One?
Yeah, I mean, it's very chemical resistant. The durability of One EVO is now up to 2 years, 25,000 kilometers. So, you know, durability is much better than the previous model. So really, really good.
Enough talks about One. That's going to apply Gyeon One EVO.
One EVO is our easiest to use coating that offers great value for money. In fact, it's so easy to use, we're not even going to show you how to use it in this section. Instead, you can watch that in the tutorial later on. What we are going to do though is take a look at what comes in the boxes. But can you tell us more?
Of course, we'll open first the big box, and we also have the light box. First of all, we have our coating and our coating applicator.
Okay.
The coating comes in different sizes. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yep, so we're sticking to our 30mm, 50mm and 100mm sizes, but what we need to remember this time now is that 30mm of new coating equals 50mm of the old coating, and the reason is because of this. The new coating applicator spreads the coating so much more effectively, we can get away with using less product but still achieve the same fantastic results.
Great. So we also get what is coming in the big box, the Gyeon Cure.
Yep, so always been a mainstay for us. It serves two functions. Function number one is you use it to protect the coating once it's put on, so that while it continues to cure over a couple of weeks, it helps to prevent water spotting. Function number two is you can use it as a maintenance product further down the line to top up and refresh the hydrophobic properties.
And all of that we can find in what's included in every new box.
Exactly.
Of the EVO coatings, the maintenance guide.
Yep, this is brand new and super cool, so it's really nice now that we can provide a very simple set of instructions to every customer, telling them the simplest steps to follow to maintain their coating in perfect condition and get the best from it.
Great. That also comes, of course, together with the instructions.
Yep, the user manual.
So what's different about the light box?
The light box is everything stripped down. So for those people who already have maybe some cure, maybe they already have some big applicators, this allows you to just buy the coating on its own, get the booklets, and you also get the smaller coating applicator light as well. So again, a little bit less expensive than this one if you already have some of the components.
Perfect. So we can conclude One EVO, a great value for money product with a great user experience.
Mohs EVO, the legend reinvented. Let's discuss it. Rich, I'm super excited about the new Mohs EVO. Can you tell me a little bit more about it?
Yeah, sure. Mohs was the first coating from the Gyeon lineup that I ever used many years ago now. Fell in love with it at the time. What a fantastic product it always was.
Absolutely.
Now we've made it even better. So how have we made it better? Well, it was always a polysilisane based formula. But that required it to be multi-layered at the time with the chemical technology that existed. Now we are using a modified polysilisane formula where we use fluorine at the production stage to actually modify the polymers that then harden to form the coating. So a very important distinction here at this point is this is not a coating that contains fluorine, absolutely not. It's a coating that is modified by fluorine during the manufacturing process, and this gives it functional benefits without having to have the fluorine in it in the end product. So it's a very important distinction. This chemical change is unique. It's the first time in the car care industry this has been done with coatings, and the functional benefits are absolutely enormous. So we start with durability. Durability is now up to 36 months for a single layer. So 100% better than the previous version. It goes on from there, so we also have much higher levels of chemical resistance.
It's absolutely crazy. The chemical resistance is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I mean, we can't break it. It's mental compared to the first one. So this is going to be great, because what this is going to mean for everybody who uses it is that the visual hydrophobic performance of the coating is going to last much longer. So where we say that the coating itself has, you know, an expected lifespan of 36 months, we are going to easily get to 24 months of extreme beading performance, even on a poorly maintained car. And if you maintain the car very well, then you will see no drop off in the beading performance over the lifetime of the coating. So a huge benefit.
And in terms of application?
Super slick, as you might expect, super smooth,
Less is more.
Less is more, and it just works brilliantly, so efficient. And when you use it with the new coating applicator, it just goes further, it spreads more evenly, it buffs easier. And this is an important point as well, because where the old product we would require a 50ml bottle typically to do a car, because we were multi-layer at that point in time, and we had the old block applicator system. With this new applicator system that again is much more efficient, spreads the product better, we can now come down to a 30ml product for the same size vehicle, one coat. So yeah.
Nothing but benefits.
Nothing but benefits at all. No, just better in every single way. Whether you're an enthusiast or a professional, this is going to blow your mind.
I'm super proud about this product, and I'm very excited that it's not a hype in a bottle, but a very unique product in this coating industry. So let's go downstairs and put it on some clear coat.
Here we are down in the Gyeon detailing studio, and we're going to have a play with the new Mohs EVO. Yves.
Exactly, we're very proud. We talked already about the new, very unique for us formula, and let's put it to the test, and I want you to show how it feels to wipe off and how it goes on.
The key benefits we have here is the super easy on and off with this product, isn't it?
So in this case we have a big bonnet. We will take the Q2M big applicator, it's far easier. I'm using some product. You can use it in a fast way, in a crisscross way, just as long as you give it a nice spread. Yeah, and
that's it.
That's it.
Easy as that.
So I'll give it to you. Give it a try on your side.
Sure. Let's have a look here. I'm just going to swap.
It will feel smooth. A tip I might give is when it starts to bubble up a little bit, it's a great timing, or it's a great signal to wipe it off. Okay. I take bold wipe here in this case. Just do, actually in one wipe I always have like 95% of the product already off. My polish wipe is my safe wipe. Feels super smooth. And that's it.
Wow, that does come off nice and easy. Super smooth.
So it gives a lot of benefits and much better performance with less time for the ultimate user experience in just one layer.
Pure, probably the most underestimated coating in our lineup. It was a bit more complex in applying and wiping off, but now with Pure EVO, we changed the whole game of this user experience. Steve, what was your finding so far?
Well, it's just so easy to apply. You've got such freedom in terms of application, whether your preferred method is crisscross or in circular motion, you still get an amazing result.
And gloss-wise,
it's brilliant. It's up there. It's just superb.
It's also in this bottle probably the highest concentration of silica.
It is, yeah.
Which gives us a very good resistance
to water spots. Yeah.
Yeah. This is also a major benefit of Pure EVO. What about application and window frame of application?
Well, that's another great improvement with this product. You know, you've now got a bit more leeway. So anything from 3 minutes up to 10 minutes. To wipe off. So, you know, you could do 1 to 3 panels and then wipe off, you know, an entire side of a car.
All of this in one layer. Durability wise, we will have 36 months.
It's amazing.
It's one layer, amazing product. So all of this we will put into practice, leave it on a paint for like 10 minutes and see how it works.
Well, here we are outside, and rather unusually, we're applying a coating. Yves, this really wouldn't have been a good idea in the past, would it?
Absolutely not, but now with the whole new EVO lineup of coatings, we made them outdoor friendly. Okay. So with Pure EVO, I will give you the example. We're in the wash bay, we have a uni black car. It's stable conditions, of course, common sense is needed, but I will apply it, and I'll apply it very simple. doesn't matter actually. Just make sure you have an even layer in the end.
Yeah, this is quite different to how we used to have been, with a little bit more systematic. So we're just making sure we get good coverage still, but
absolutely
nice and easy on.
Just, you can wipe it off, let's say immediately, but you can leave it on for like 10 minutes. I advise to wipe off time
as a maximum, yeah?
As a maximum.
Yeah.
Do it in between 5 and 10, and you're super safe.
So if you get distracted or you need to, something else comes up, you can afford to wait now, whereas in the past we would need to be taking this off right now, wouldn't we? Actually, brain blowing.
Yeah. We can now grab a coffee, relax, have a chit chat, take a towel. Of course, it's very important to have some high quality towels for your wipe off. But you see the rainbow it's already flashing. I take 2 towels, very easy wipe off.
That just comes off really easily.
No smears at all.
No. That looked immediately a million times easier than ever before with coatings.
It's the best user experience you can have with a coating, in my opinion. And we worked hard for that. And I think a lot of people will like it.
I think so as well. Should we grab that coffee?
Time for one.
Okay, great. See you later, everyone.
When the best of both worlds collide, we get Syncro EVO. But it contains the Mohs EVO and the Skin EVO. The Mohs EVO has this very unique and industry's first modified fluoropolysiloxanes. But can you tell us a little bit more about this 2-layer system?
Well, it now comes with a new skin top coat, which is in this case silica based compared to last one's silicone based coating. It adds extra durability on top of the already amazing Mohs EVO, and it adds chemical resistance as well. It comes now in a 30-30 and a 50-50 packaging, and it's the most advanced system out there available to the wide public. It comes with an amazing 5-year durability.
All of this in a 2-layer system instead of a 3-layer system, but durability doesn't come for free. It needs proper maintenance. So let's go down into the studio and I'll show you some cool pro tips how to maintain and make sure that your coating performs in the best possible way. As we said before, durability doesn't come for free. From CanCoat over Syncro, it's really important to have proper maintenance of your coating. Which tip can you start with?
For me, it's the regular use of a decontamination shampoo, my choice, Restart Wash with the wash pad, to just make sure we're gently removing all of those iron particles on a regular basis.
Mine actually is a chemical decontamination once every 2 to 3 months with iron and tar on the lower parts, because this is also very important, isn't it?
And it gets rid of what the Restart Wash can't take care of.
Absolutely. A third one?
Third one is keep the finish topped up. So for me, on a daily driver once a month, maybe on a weekend car every couple of months, top it up with your favorite maintenance product. Ceramic detailer, fantastic. If you want to wipe the car, but if you'd rather do everything just with the hose stage, wet coat, can't beat it.
Absolutely. So here you go. You just got 3 great tips to maximize the performance and durability of your coating.
The last 2 EVO products in the coating line, but far as important as the other ones. So Martin, we have Matte EVO and PPF EVO. When you have a matte painted car, why would you put a coating on top of that?
When it comes to matte paint, you would like to go for the best protection you can get, because you have only one chance. With matte paint, you cannot polish it at all. So you should go with the protection that's suited for the matte.
What was your experience with Matte EVO so far?
It's even more durable, it's easier to apply, it gives you that rich look and superb chemical resistance.
Okay, great. Steph, regarding PPF, we have PPF EVO. What was your finding when you used it for the first time?
Okay, well, now with the upgraded version, so the fluoro modified polysilicon.
Very hard word. It's a fluoro modified polysilicon.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, good.
It's also more durable, and I found it really easy to apply and really easy to wipe off. So
So it's also important to put a coating on PPF when you don't have an already hydrophobic top coat, for example.
Yes, and especially PPF needs an extra layer of protection. And you can also use it on vinyl wrapped cars, for instance. So.
In terms of value for money, can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yes, it comes in a 50 milliliter bottle, which gives you more than enough product. You can maybe even do 2 cars with 1 bottle, so it's really a lot of product for the price.
And you did also the chemical tests on the PPF with this one, which is extended in durability and chemical resistance as well. Yeah?
Yes, now with the updated coating, it's even more chemical resistant, so it does that really well.
Okay, so let's go downstairs, grab a matte car, which is in the studio, and see how Matte EVO works.
Matte EVO is our coating with a new updated formula for matte surfaces and matte vinyl. It is even easier to apply and wipe off, and it comes with a great color enhancement. Yves?
Okay, on matte paint we don't get a second chance. So this means with a Q2M applicator I can get a very big surface in one hit. So you don't have to wait, it spreads really easy. So I'll show you how it's done. Use a fair amount of product on this wet side, and I just move on, big applicator. Use enough product.
Yeah, be generous.
Be generous with the product, exactly. So, nice spread, don't wait, work the product, take your towel, and just super easy wipe off. No pushing needed. Second towel.
2 towels, very important for checking your work.
Absolutely.
As you mentioned, get it right from the first time.
Let's check it out. What are you guys watching?
Hey, we're just browsing through some tips in the Gyeon app.
Gyeon app. You want to learn more? Watch this.
Now we're going to talk about the power of coatings. So Steven, why would I coat my car?
Well, you'd coat your car because it's a great tool in terms of protecting the paintwork.
Okay, what kind of protection are we talking about?
Well, we're looking at protection against, the elements. I know, speaking from my own personal experience living in the UK on the south coast, that we get all kinds of heavy rain, and especially through the winter months. So just to have that protection on there long term to look after the paintwork, I think is brilliant. It's a good way of sort of looking after the paintwork on a long term basis.
So basically having a protection that helps us clean the car, but we've always used the wax for that. So
yeah, I mean,
why is the coating a better tool for that?
Well, we all live very busy lives these days, and we don't have the time to wax our cars as often as we like, I'm sure. So having a good foundation from day one to look after the paintwork, I think is critical.
Yeah. So having something that lasts more than a few months, and we're talking a few years, would help us clean the car. Just taking the time on a regular basis to clean the car. It's an easy way to clean the car. Not having to think of when should I redo my protection every single month. So is that what you're looking at?
Yeah, definitely. And the self-cleaning properties of the coatings as well just make it an easier job to do and not as frequent in terms of your sort of long-term care of your car.
Yeah, so not only would it be easier to clean, it would be cleaner for longer as well. So we have coatings for multiple surfaces. We have them for our paint, that's what we touch. So having something that gets the dirt off easier will also make it last longer or keep it shinier for longer, I would say. But there's also coatings for different surfaces. So what else would you recommend?
Well, definitely Gyeon Rim for the wheels. That's a great way to look after wheels. Wheels seem to be getting even more complicated in design these days with lots of nooks and crannies. So to get them coated from day one to make it easier to look after is it's definitely a good thing to do.
Watched the Detailing Guru video recently, and there were some really good tips in there. So it's almost a touchless wash if you combine it with a good coating. So. I think we have another one that's very, very important, safety-wise.
Absolutely, a real favourite of mine is Gyeon View. It's, with the amount of heavy rain that we have in the UK, having a coated screen with View is a real safety feature.
Yeah, I had the experience myself. I just had a cracked windshield, had a new one put in, drove over here during the rain, and I couldn't see anything. And I couldn't believe people drive around like that. So as soon as I get home, there's a coating going up my car. So anything else we forgot to mention?
The only thing I would say is probably just there's other things you can use to maintain particularly the top coat of your coating. So we have things like wet coat and cure, which again used as part of a maintenance program is a great way to keep your coating in the best condition.
And it's very fast and easy to do.
It is, yeah, very easy, straightforward.
Perfect. So I think we can conclude a coating is a very good tool, but it's not the final solution.
We're going to have a talk with John Hull now, who is the owner of Clean and Shiny and one of the founders of Detailing World. Hi John, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Great, thank you. How's things with Clean and Shiny? I hear you're expanding.
Yeah, we're all good. We've just taken on a second premises and moved a bit of the team about, and everything's good with us.
That's good. That's good. What are you going to do with the new space?
The new space is where the dispatch now is. It's all the stocks moved in there. The old space where I'm sat right now is going to turn into a bit of a media studio, training area, that sort of thing.
Nice, that'll be really good. A really good training area.
Yeah.
Good to get training with you, yeah. Perfect. So you and Bill, who can't be with us for personal reasons today, started Detailing World so long ago, I can barely remember when it was.
18th of October 2005 at 10 o'clock in the evening.
Was it 10 o'clock exactly?
How about that? It was
good.
10 o'clock exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Well remembered. It's not the kind of thing you would forget, is it? No. And are you still enjoying doing it now after all this time? Yeah,
it's still good. It's still a challenge. We have some good days and bad days with most things, but yeah, no. Overall, it's I think it's there to help people and work as a big encyclopedia. That's a tongue twister.
Yeah, it was a hard one.
Yeah.
No, it's a good community. It's a good way of sharing knowledge and information as well. Yeah, it's great. It is really great. And do you find it still takes you a lot of time? You pulling any all-nighters to do it like you did originally?
Well, not anymore. Not anymore. No, we have some moderators on there now. Some good moderators, and have a good team there. And obviously, between me and Bill, we share the load, if you like. So yeah, it doesn't take as much as it used to all those years ago when it was initially building up. Now there's obviously good procedures and that sort of thing in place to deal with stuff as it happens. A
well-oiled machine then.
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
Cool. Have you got any new things coming up? You got your normal Christmas?
There's the normal sort of Christmas. The normal sort of Christmassy type competitions will be coming up. We haven't got anything per se. I think at the moment with the way that COVID's been and all that sort of thing for the last couple of years, it's been a lot of sort of video stuff and people watching YouTube videos, and we've been working on Detailing World's been working on the YouTube video side of things with Matt. Nice. So we literally started that not many months before COVID started. So there's a good following on there now, and there's a fair few videos on there. So we've been focused on that and Instagram and Facebook and all those sort of interactive places, and use Detailing World more as the encyclopedia and the sort of bullet pointed things that we do. The sort of stuff that you can refer back to easily.
Yeah, absolutely, because there's always times when you need just to either gen up on your knowledge and you've forgotten something, or just that wee bit more that you want to put into your detailing. You can get that from there. And so then your YouTube videos you're finding are going well? Yeah,
YouTube's going well. I think they're over 25,000 subscribers now.
That's brilliant.
And you do the variety on there. We do the variety on there of your how-tos, how-to videos, review videos. We did some lives, as I say, on YouTube with me and Bill and Matt. We interviewed a few people, had a few people on there over the COVID times, shall we say?
Yeah. Well, it's obviously changed such a lot then since you first started.
Absolutely, yeah.
Detailing World, yeah.
When I first started Detailing World, we were sat on a driveway every Saturday with a porter cable and some number 83 Maguires going, how does this work? There you go.
Yeah, I remember those days too, yeah.
There you go, a 110 volt transformer halfway down the driveway. Yep. Yeah.
Yes, there's a lot of changes since those days, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's the industry's changed, everything's changed, it's moved forward for the better, I think. And I think that, as I say, I think the Detailing World community's helped with the whole thing, everything from your guy on a Saturday morning just looking up using Detailing World how to polish his car, what products to use, through to people asking how to start, how to get into the business, what do they need to do, what do they need to buy, insurance and all that sort of thing. I think it's helped a whole lot of people. It's helped people to also launch their own e-commerce businesses. I know businesses that also came there to start with, and that's how they started. They used Detailing World as their platform to do that.
Yes.
So I think in the UK and worldwide, it's helped a lot of people.
Yeah, I think if you wanted to use a porter cable and a 110 volt transformer now, you'd still find the information on it.
Yeah, you probably would, yeah. There'd probably be a picture of me somewhere sat by a car or polishing exhausts or something.
Absolutely, it's a great resource. Well, it's great talking to you, John. Thanks very much, and we will speak to you soon.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you. And following from that, we have a big project we've been working on with Detailing World, which you will see more information to follow.
Thank you for being with us on the first day of Gyeon Show. We had some great product announcements and I hope you liked them. But for us, it's more about the community. Remember the story of my way and my life story? So now we have a great story to tell about the biggest car care community, Detailing World. Enjoy, and I hope to see you tomorrow for some more exciting Gyeon news.
There's nothing more rewarding than seeing people develop their passion for perfection. From a young age, I was always looking after cars. When I first started driving, I was always out there with something to try and get and I always had the shiniest car, John Hull and I run the technical side of DetailingWorld. When I started researching car cleaning products, I was buying Maguire's, and I had some friends that were saying to me, "Oh, where'd you get that from?" And I was buying it directly from Maguire's. And a few of these people said to me, "Oh, you should set up a company doing this." I set up this website and started selling a few bottles here and there, and then, you know, as time went on, I met people like Bill, and there was a market for it.
I'm Bill Rogers and I do the administration for DetailingWorld. I grew up in a garage environment, so I was always around cars. My dad had a Ferrari contract when he was younger, so he repaired Ferraris, and I guess as a young boy growing up in that kind of environment, you get a love of cars. When I got my first car, I just wanted to keep it really clean. You then start looking at what is the next product that can give you a better shine or make your wheels cleaner. So you go to the local garage, pick up the product that they had at the time, and then the internet came along. So it meant that we had access to the States and various other places which had a more forefront of products. I met a chap called John, who owned a shop called Clean and Shiny, and he sold me Maguire's products.
Bill was looking for products, got them from Maguire's, got them from me. I used to hand deliver them to him because he was local.
He was a very small shop, wasn't like it is now, and he hand delivered those products to my house, and we just got chatting outside about different car products and what car he had and what car I had.
And we kind of hit it off from there. He started putting regular orders in, and yeah, every time I take them over, and the chats got longer and longer and longer.
We started doing a bit of car cleaning together, and I think it was my brother-in-law had a Mercedes SL 500 at the time, and he asked me if I could clean it for him.
I said, yeah, I'll come along, and I'll come along with a couple of other guys, and we all pitched in and helped clean this car. And I was sat with Bill cleaning the exhausts. I was saying to him, look, you know, when it comes to detailing and chatting to people, there's only really 2 or 3 places, because this was before Facebook, before Instagram and all that sort of thing.
So John went away that evening and phoned me up and said, right, come on, let's do this. Let's start our own chat forum.
I called him up later on and I've said, look, what about this name, DetailingWorld? And he went, well, that'd be cool. And I said, well, look, should I set it up? And 3 hours later, 18th of October 2005, it was set up and it was running.
I think by the end of that week, we'd had about 400 or 500 members join, which was amazing. We didn't think that was going to happen.
And yeah, and it just grew and grew and grew, and there was actually a whole load of crazy people in the UK and around the world that wanted to be part of this community.
And that's what it's about. It's about helping other people and developing their passion into getting it to the best standard that they possibly can.
I had a guy locally come to me with a Renault 5 GT Turbo 2.
Was it a black one?
Black one.
Black one, yeah.
Yeah, it was flat black. Wanted it detailed to take to the Classic Car Show up in Birmingham. So I spent about a week and a half on it, polishing it up, doing all that. We had people coming in and out of the unit that were amazed by the results that I was getting, and he came and picked it up on a trailer, trailered it up to Birmingham, put it on the stand, and it won the show. So I was quite proud by that, and that was probably the most memorable detail that I've done for me.
Detailing is picking up those tiny things that other people don't maybe see, and I think that's what a good detailer is about, is all those fine points that they can pick up and actually make the car look special. I think that's where it comes to.
To me, it's getting that car, getting whatever you're polishing, getting whatever you're cleaning to the best it can possibly be of your ability. I think what I've created with Bill, with DetailingWorld, is the thing that I'm proud of. I'm this massive, what now would be classed as an encyclopedia, I guess, of detailing. You know, you could go back right now to 2003 and see the first few posts. You could see how people were detailing back then compared to how they are now. And with Clean and Shiny, I've created something that started off with me in a garage that's turned into 2 units, 55 brands, and 5 or 6 members of staff. You know, so that's the thing I'm proud of the most.